around the corner, got them shades on my eyes. It's a pretty little thing by my side that's flawless. Why you niggas still chasing roaches? Collecting all this money on the roads like I'm homeless. A nigga like me.
Welcome back. This is Nicardo Media House. Thanks for stopping by again. Really appreciate it. Thanks for all the support you guys have been giving me on this video. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Whatever you're doing today, put God first. Always give thanks to the Almighty. But yeah, the Reggae Girls have created history. We just won our first ever FIFA Women game. We beat Panama 1-0 to go second in Group F. It's a tight group. But today, man, it was a really good game. It was fun to watch. I'm really proud of the girls. But a massive shout out to the fans in Australia. You could hear it in the stadium. Could hear the roar. Even the local supporting the Reggae Girls. A lot of people that live in Australia and around the area in New Zealand. Travel. People live in Europe. People who live in the US travel to support their kids. Parents. Thanks for all the support, man. As you could see, it paid off in the end. You guys really rallied the girls on at the end to be a 12 man. But yeah, before we jump into that Reggae Girl game against Panama, yeah, so the big game of the day, France have, they beat Brazil 2-1. It was a really good game. Oh my God, yo, that game, France and Brazil, big time game. One of the best game I've seen in this World Cup so far. Maturity, fitness, the way the girl compose on the ball. Both goalkeepers using both feet. Kicking out the ball and passing out the ball. It's a way how defenders, compose and relax on the ball, playing out the ball to their midfielders. Nothing rush. It was a real man game. You feel like it was men against men playing out there, but it was ladies against ladies. And it was really good game. I think this French team have shown a different side of them than previously game they played against the Reggae Girls. They show that they have quality player. They show that they can play in big games. They show that they can dominate bigger opponent, tougher opponent. They can play against more quality players, and they did. I think on the flip side, the Brazilian team, the ladies were trying to play too fast, when they get into that attacking third, the decision making were so poor. They were making a lot of misplaced pass. This is one of the worst Brazilian midfield I've ever seen. No one in the middle trying to, keep the ball, trying to make things stick, grab a hold of the game. Because the game were too fast for the Brazilian. That's not how Brazil play, that was too European. So I think, they need to reorganize and look back on that. They were just following the French playing end-to-end football, fast pace, but Brazil should have probably made a change in that midfield a little earlier, bring on someone that can, take the game by the scruff of the neck, someone that would dominate the game, someone that would just dribble with the ball, try to hold on it and, push the team up and try to create better chance. Because when you rush the game sometimes and you don't have the type of player to play in that fast speed transition, you can't really create better, you can't really create good chances for your strikers and your attacking players. So I think this Brazilian team, they were playing too European in this game, but they had a good coach, but she's a Swedish. I think Brazil should go back to the basic, and this is the problem the men's team is having over the last 4 to 5 World Cups now. So it's going to go neck and neck down August the 2nd. Both games played on Wednesday, 6 a.m. It's going to be Brazil against, Jamaica and France against Panama. But let's see how that one pans out. Back to the game. So yeah, Jamaica have created history. We beaten Panama 1-0, to win our first ever World Cup game. But it was a really hard fought game, especially in the back end. But starting the first 15 minutes of the game, Jamaica set the tone of the game. We started to boss possession, we started to push the team up. The Panama team, they back off way deep than how I expect. I knew the coming into this game, the Panamanian girls, they were going to give us that respect and back off and lower us with the ball. But I think at some point in that moment, the Reggae Girlz, they were too slow building up with the game. Decision making were making a little bit slower than usual. I want to see the ball tick over more fast. So when even if the Panama trying to attack, we can break out as fast as possible in the transition. But I think Jude Spence in the middle, man. She set the tone for that game in the first 15 to 20 minutes. She have created three chances. She have 75 touches overall in the game. That wicked free kick that she took, man. And she got another chance and a set play. I think that chance came from a corner. But Samson in the middle, she had a good game overall. She break up plays. She stopped a lot of counter attacking plays coming from the Panama team. She had that curling shot outside the box that the keeper saved. Jody Brown, she wasn't that prolific in the first half, but in the second half, she got the ball more 1v1, going at defenders, running at people. Jody Brown was such an excellent player in the second half. You could see her talent, you could see the skills that she got, and she did it. And we gave her a lot of ball at isolate defenders 1v1 because in the first half, they were double teaming her. We were giving her balls when 2-1-3 defenders on her. So it's 3v1. It's hard to get out of that. But yeah, but in the second half, she played very well, very well. But I think she had a few chances where she break away, where she could make that one more pass into that final third where players were more open up in spaces where they could get a better chance to finish. The Swaby sisters in the back, they were so good today. No space, no room for error. Both will more both wing backs, Cameron, she was playing at right back, she was a makeshift right back. That's not her natural position, but she played a very good game. She made 8 recoveries, she made 3 clearance and 2 interception. Denisha Blackwood had a stellar game as usual, go up and down that flank. She had like around 5 crosses into the box, she had 5 interception. She had 3 clearance where she made it her head. So Denisha Blackwood, man, good performance over. Spence, Rebecca Spencer, the goalkeeper. She had a really good game. But not much to do in the game, but Bonisha replacement, Kayla McKenna. You know, most people would say it wasn't really a good game, but I think in the first half you could see what she was trying to drop in the midfield, allowing midfielders to run around, and you could see through the Carter and Jody Brown. When Kayla McKenna pick up the ball, they were running off the shoulder off her and trying to run in that transition. But when Kayla played off that ball back to the midfielder, most of those balls got intercept that were trying to play into Trudy Carter and Jody Brown. But McKenna have a really good game. You could see, I think they gave her a ball in that first half where I think it was Joe Spence, create a chance for her to cross that ball back into the box, but it was deflect back out to a corner. Yeah, man. So that's all you have to play with Kayla McKenna. Play the ball through the middle, play it through the channel where she could run. She's not the best of striker that could play with her back turn to goal. But it was a really good game. She link up plays with him. But overall, she had a really good game. She link up with the midfielders and wingers. But yeah, man, kudos to Kayla McKenna. Good, replacement in that game for Bonisha in the game overall. Through the Carter, she was poor. I don't know if she was nervous or what, but Trudy Carter is someone that really skillful, can take player 1v1, but I didn't see much of that. But where you see Trudy Carter in this game, when the set piece, I think she like 90% of all the corners and the set piece that she took, it was brilliant. Yeah, but all the but overall through the Carter game, I think through the Carter she was poor today, except taking those set pieces, the corner kicks and the free kicks, but she set up that goal, to let Allyson Swaby got that headed goal in the 56th minute. So after we scored in that 56 minute, we kind of slow the game down. We kind of keep the ball. You see both Swaby's sister, they were just keeping the ball, asking the Panamanian girls to come at them because, they were 1-0 down and they knew that, if the game finished with this result, they're going to get eliminated from the tournament. So yeah, we kind of slowed the game down, played it at our pace, but look, man, Panama have some really good game. That the number 10, Marta Cox, that white girl that played on the left side, I think her name is Riley Tanner. They played really good today. I think kudos have to go to Panama goalkeeper Bailey. My previous video, I showed a lot of mistakes that she can make in games, but guess what? She played a really good game. Panama goalkeeper, and I think the Panama backline, they played really well. But every time when they try to break out and try to catch Jamaica on the counter, we break up players. Samson is there, and the Swaby sisters were there. But I want to make two more assessment in this game. Overall attacking wise, I think in the France game and in the game today against Panama and even previous game, our decision in the final third era, it after going to be better because coming up against much better teams, you're not going to get a lot of chances. You're not going to create a lot. You're going to come up against more quality opposition play teams that press a lot. So our decision in the attacking final third, it's going to be key moving forward, especially with the likes of Khadija Bonisha coming back for that Brazil game. We're going to have to be more precise on our last touches that we made around the opposition defensive area, so we can try to get better chances, more clear cut chances to create so we can score. The next one, I want to say, you know, they showed a lot of maturity of grinding out results, boss the possession of the game. They know when to slow the game down. They know when to kick the ball long. They know when to pass back the ball to their keeper to ease the pressure a little bit because once the ball go back to the goalkeeper Spencer, the Panamanian and they were going to back off. So a lot of times the ball came out and the defenders were under pressure from the Panama attackers. They played back the ball to the keeper and that kind of eased back a little pressure. So we keep the ball and we keep possession and then we build up again. But this team have improved a lot over the last 4 years from the last World Cup until now. We haven't won a game in that World Cup in 2019. We only scored one goal. In this World Cup, we won a game. We got a point from France. So it's a lot of improvement showing in this team. So it's going to even get better in the future. Hope everything can stay organized. Hope the federation can, do what they need to do to help and support the outsiders who are helping this Reggae Girls team. But I'm really proud of the girls. Win, lose or draw, I'm here to support, and it's one Jamaica, it's one love. So yeah, another thing I want to say, big up to the Jamaica Sunshine Girls, as they're playing in the netball championship. That's like the World Cup. It's been playing in South Africa. They drawn in group with Sri Lanka, Wales, and South Africa. They have played 2 games so far. They beat Sri Lanka 25-105, and they beat Wales 40-75. And their next game is tomorrow against the host nation, South Africa. But yeah, big up to the Jamaica Sunshine Girls. Yeah, man. So on Wednesday we played our next game. We close out the group. Hopefully we can get a point in that game and qualified for the knockout round for the first time. So France going to play Panama at the same time. Both games going to kick off at the same time. There's still 3 teams in the group that can still advance to the knockout round. but it's going to be a tough game for for Jamaica. But guess what? Tell the Brazilian girls, tell Martha, we coming, we coming for the points. It's not going to be an easy one. It's going to be a fight in that doghouse for that point. But yeah, man, thanks for watching, man. This is Nicardo Media House. This is a quick preview of the game, man. Against Panama and the Reggae Girls. France beat Brazil 2-1. That's how Group F finished out today. Thanks for watching. This is Nicardo Media House. Peace out.
In the city life, I'm feeling so alive. Drifting around the corner, got them shades on my eyes. It's a pretty little thing by my side that's flawless. Why you niggas still chasing roaches?